All right, good morning. We are in the, we're in the enrichment room, and we're going to do some quizzing today with our review questions. So we'll do quizzing in here, and after we're done quizzing, we're going to have our lesson. And after we have our lesson, we're going to ask some questions about our lesson. And then when we're done with our lesson, I'm really excited because yesterday we got to go get a water sample. It's supposed to be pond water, but Kayla, what is it?
Ditch water.
It's ditch water. That's exactly right. It came out the ditch. That's you.
It's pretend pond water.
Yes, air quotes, pond water. That's right. And so you can get water out of your ditch just the same as you can going to a pond and getting it. And so yesterday we all went down past the softball field, and Ethan and Tristan went with me. Did we collect some ditch water, Ethan? That's right. So today we're going to look under the microscope, and we're looking for paramecium. So we're looking for paramecium, or we're looking for that, or maybe even an amoeba. So we'll look at those things today at the end of class. But first of all, I'm so glad to see everybody. Brandon, how are you doing today? Good, wonderful. Noah in the back, wave at me, Noah. Very good. So I know you're here. Lauren, I'm glad to see you. Fist bump in the air. That's good. Very good. And Ethan, I'm so glad to see you. Yes, I know today is Wednesday, and we all say it's what? Hump day! Hump day, Matt. Very good. Very good. All right. Tristan, glad to see you today. You're going to answer a lot of questions. I want you to do a great job. I want you not to answer all the questions, so you can answer every one of them, but kind of wait just a second or two on this buzzer and let the other ones. So in those harder questions, I'll let you hit those if you know them for sure, okay? You're doing a fantastic job. We want to spread it out all across the place. Kayla, how are you doing today? Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Hannah, good to see you in the back.
Your friend.
Yes, you're my friend. Hannah Banana, love you. That's fantastic. And so we're all glad to have Miss Amanda here. Everybody say, hey, Miss Amanda. Awesome. All right, and we have also helping special today because we're quizzing. We have Mrs. H. Mrs. H, everybody say, hey, Mrs. H. All right, hey. All right, so we're going to start. We're going to ask you to come up here, and we're going to get you on the buzzer, and then we're going to ask questions, and then once we're done with the questions, we will let you go back and sit at the desk, okay? Everybody's got that? Ethan, why don't you start us off? Come on up here and walk around and get in here. Come on, let's do that now. Yes. Come on now. I'm going to put it up. I promise I'm going to put the score up. We're definitely going to do that. Matt, come on up here for me, please. Yes. And have a seat next to your brother. Yeah. We got red 3, we got red 2, and now we're going to have yellow 3. Let's get Tristan right here for yellow 3. Come on up here, Tristan. And then, oops, that's okay. We got it. It's fine. Tristan for my yellow 3 buzzer, and then Brandon, you're yellow 2. Come on up here. And get ready to answer some hot questions here. No, it's the wrong chair, sweetheart. Stand up for me. Okay, we got too many chairs. And there, it's fine. Hand it here, we'll get it taken care of. All right. You did a good job telling me. Hold on, put the chair down. There you go. Great job. All right. All right. That's very good, man. I'm very proud of you. All right, Tristan, you're set. All right, and Caleb, I'm gonna make sure we get you a path so you can get up here. And now that we got it all cleared out, we got the rest. Now we get the best. Is that right, Caleb? All right, come on up here, and you'll be yellow 1 right here. Yes, it won't do it because I have to clear it out. So would you come on up here, sweetheart? All right, there. All right. All right, these are going to be review questions. things that we've been studying all year long. It's kind of runs over, Mr. H.
Come on, Won't this puppy do it? I can't do anything. It's so clear. Oops, someone did that.
Very good. All right, Miss Amanda's gonna help us on the buzzer.
I can't get nothing more.
That's okay, it's because you keep hitting. You can't keep hitting, I gotta clear it out. All right. Yes, that's clear, and it works. All right, I'm gonna point to you, and I'm gonna ask you to hit your buzzer, and we'll be ready to go, okay? So, Ethan, hit your buzzer for me. You were yellow 2, Ethan. Why don't you, did you hit the buzzer too?
No, it was you.
No, just Ethan. Hold on. All right, let your hand up. Ethan, just Ethan, hit the buzzer. All right, trade buzzers with your brother. Y'all swap them out.
I'm free.
All right, did you want to be 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Ethan, you're red 2. Matt, go ahead.
I'm red 3.
Red 3, very good. Tristan, go ahead and hit the buzzer. You're yellow 3, Tristan. What are you? Very good. Brandon, hit the buzzer down. Yellow 2. What are you, Brandon? That's your name. Your name's yellow 2. You hit the buzzer now, yellow 1. Your name's not Kayla, it's yellow 1. All right. All right. So we're gonna pretend like we're quizzing against
Dinner Springs.
let's go to Dinner Springs. What was the name of that team that played baseball the other night? Scotlandville. We're gonna quiz against Scotlandville. They beat us in baseball, so we're gonna beat them in quizzing, okay?
You're gonna beat them there.
All right, let's give it a shot. All right.
All
All right. Scotlandville starts with 220 points. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody listen carefully. Are y'all on the budget? All right. Tristan, I know you're fast. You drag about a second. All right. And our quiz is now open. Question number 1 is a 10-point question. Ready? Question. What element is the sun mostly? Yellow 1.
Hydrogen.
The sun is mostly made of hydrogen. That's the element that we studied in chemistry.
Hydrogen.
Yes. Question number 2 is a 10-point question. Ready? Question. The sun is really red 2.
I thought it was.
The sun is really a star. You're red 2. That's right. You're the red 2. Okay. Very good job, Ethan. Very good job, both boys. All right. All right. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. Ready? Question. On October 23rd, red 3. October 23rd is Mold Day. Very good. All right. That's the famous science day.
Can you say it?
Yes, Mold Day. All right. Question number 4 is worth 10 points. It's a location question in anatomy. Anatomy. All right. You get your buzzer. All right. Question number 4 is worth 10 points. Locate your mandible. Yellow 1. Very good. There's your mandible, Caleb.
Dang.
All right. Question number 5 is worth 10 points. I'm unleashing Tristan now, so as soon as he wants to hit, he can hit. Question number 5 is worth 10 points. Ready? Question. Red 3, you don't know the answer. All right. Where is blood made? Yellow 1. Blood is made in the bone marrow. Very good. Very good. All right. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Ready? Question. All right. In world geography, how many people live in Antarctica? Red 3?
0.
0. Nobody lives there. Very good. All right. Question number 7 is worth 10 points. Ready? Question. In chemistry, what element is used in toothpaste? Red 3. Fluoride or fluorine is the element. Very good.
That one.
All right. Question number 8 is the last of the 10-point questions. It is in anatomy. It's a location question. Ready? Question. Locate your patella. Yellow 1. That's right. There's your patella. Very good. All right. Your patella. That's very good. It kind of looks like a sliced Irish potato, doesn't it?
Times on Nutella.
Nutella. All right. After the 10-point questions, the score is Scotlandville 220, Live Oak High School 90. You're catching up to them. All right.
Yes.
Question number 9 is worth 20 points. It is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. What hardens the blood so we don't die? Yes, yellow one.
Platelets.
Platelets harden the blood so we don't die from a paper cut. Very good. That is correct. Question number 10 is worth 20 points. Ready? Question. What 3 things make a comet? Yellow 2?
Gas, ice, and dust.
Gas, ice, and dust is correct. Very good, Brandon. 20 points. Question number 11 is a 20-point question. All right, in physics, here we go. What is the place where you are? Red 2?
Position.
Position is correct. Very good. Question number 12 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. What is the largest ocean? Red 3. It is not Atlantic. Everybody else, hold on. What is the largest ocean? Hit the buzzer. Yellow 1.
Pacific.
Pacific is correct. All right, Tristan, you can hit them at will now. Okay, anytime you want. You're good. All right. Question number 13 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. What clouds appear flat and stretch? Yellow 2? Stratus. That's right. Remember, flat is strat. That's right.
Yes.
They appear flat and stretch all across the sky. We've been seeing a lot of stratus here lately with this thunder and these clouds, these gray clouds. Flat is stretch. They're flat. They stretch all across the
And we've
sky.
been seeing them through the thunderstorms too.
That's right. You can sometimes see stratus through sunlight, and you can see them in thunderstorms. It's exactly right, Brandon. Go ahead and pick your buzzer up, Brandon. That way you got it in hand. You're very
I ain't
good.
got no tape on mine.
Oh, it's okay. You're good. All right, here we go. We're on 14. Question number 14 is a 20-point question in planets. Ready? Question. All right.
You don't know it.
Here we go. The band of rocks between Mars and Jupiter. Red 3. Asteroid belt is correct. He did know it. All right. Question number 15 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. In human science, what are 4 things found in blood? Yellow 3.
Red blood cells, plasma, and platelets.
Very good. That's correct. Red blood cells, white blood cells, plasma, and platelets.
Yeah.
Fine. Question number 16 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. All right. In earth science, what do we call a piece of land surrounded by water on 3 sides?
Plateau.
That's incorrect. It's close. All right. What do we call a piece of land surrounded by water on 3 sides? Red 3.
Island.
That's not correct.
Snap.
All right. Anybody else? Yellow 3.
Call it a peninsula.
A peninsula. That's correct. All right, everybody listen so we don't miss this one.
Started with a P.
Yes, that's
I
right.
do.
You were very close, Kayla. You did a great job. All right, peninsula. Here we go. All right. Question number 17 is the last of the 20-point questions. Ready? Question. What is the name of our galaxy? Red 3.
The Milky Way.
The Milky Way is correct. All right. Question number 18 begins the 30-point questions. Listen, these are hard questions. Do not hit the buzzer unless you're prepared to answer a hard question, okay? These are hard questions.
Snap.
Here we go. Name the 5 oceans, largest to smallest. Yellow 3.
Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic.
Very good. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic. Very good job. Question number 19 is a 30-point question. Really tough questions here. All right. All right. Question number 19. Name the 8 planets in order from the sun. Yellow 2.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Very good. That is correct. All right.
D.
Yes. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
What's
Very
that?
good job. All
What
right.
was in my very educated method?
This
Oh,
one.
that was
9 pickles. Used to, and pickles was Pluto. So, all right, here we go. Question number 20 is the last question of this game. Ready? Question. Name the continents largest to smallest. Yellow 3.
Asia, Africa. Give me just a second. North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia.
Very good. That is correct. Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. Very good job. Okay, you guys scored a perfect score, 360, and you beat Scotlandville, 360 to 220. Very good job. All right, I got about 10 more just 20-point questions, and you can just add 20s if they get them, that'll be fine. All right, these are bonus questions, and everybody answer one over there. There's one of those. All right, very good. All right. All right. Bonus question number 1, 20 points.
20.
It's an anatomy, location question. Locate your ribs. Yellow 3, red 3, that is correct. All right.
Booyah!
All right. Bonus question number 2 is a 20-point question. Human science. Here we go. A typical baby has how many bones? Red 300 is correct. Very good job. All right. Bonus question number 3 is worth 20 points. Ready? Question. An average person has how many pints of blood? Yellow 1.
10.
10 is correct. Very good. Bonus question number 4 is yes, in chemistry. Here we go. What element must we have to breathe?
Oxygen.
Red 3 is correct. Oxygen. All right. Bonus question number 5. You guys are just ripping through these bonus questions.
Here y'all do.
Here we go. Here we go. Earth. Science about the Earth. Here we go. Landforms with steep sides and high peaks. Red 2.
Hills.
That is incorrect.
Valleys.
All right, no, don't hit it. Steep sides and high peaks.
I know this one.
Yellow 3.
Mountain.
Mountains is correct. Very good. Bonus question number 6. Ready? Question. A shooting star is really just what?
Meteor.
Red 3, a meteor. Very good.
A team.
All right. Bonus question number 7 out of 10. In physics. All right. What do we call rubbing against a surface? Red 2.
Friction.
Friction is correct. Very good job.
That one too.
All right. Bonus question number 8. All right. Just general science. All right. In a science lab, what holds liquids? Yellow 1.
Test
As
tube.
you
Liquids for testing or experiments. That's test tubes. Very good. All right. Question number 9. 20 points. Ready? Question. What are the dark places on the sun called? Red 2.
sunspots.
Sunspots is correct. The last question of this game is
Get off me.
20-point question. Ready? Question. What is the smallest bone in the body? Yellow 3.
At the bees.
State B's. Very good job. Everyone did a great job. All right. Give yourselves a hand clap. All right. Everybody, very good job. Yay. All right. Let's all go back to your seats, and we'll get started with our lesson.
Then we can go back to woman, type this part in that woman.
And go,
All right.
Uh-oh. And go, uh-oh.
All right.
I'm looking,
All right. Yes. Hey. I wish that.
Listen, you don't hear it, you can hear it, you can hear it, just take it.
Yeah, just leave everything like it is.
Turn back
That's
and
exactly right.
take it, small, quick messages.
That's exactly right.
Turn back over here, just more people now. Myself.
I'd be up.
All right. Let's get all, these buzzers are on fire. I'm gonna have to get them out of the way.
Oh.
You guys have just done an amazing. Oh, all right, there you go. You can just come on up here if you want, Taylor. You can get away from that boy. All right,
Get way out of here, because you're fired.
all right, here we go. Yes.
What day is it?
Uh-huh. It's hump day, right? All right, here we go. Let's get started. All right. Today, we want to look at some of these cells that we are studying, animal cells and plant cells. We're going to look at animal cells and plant cells and the differences between the two. Then after we do that, we're going to look at our friend, the amoeba and the paramecia. Then once we do that, we're going to ask some questions, and then we're going to really look at them under the microscope. All right. So let's get started with the animal cell. So what we have here is an example of an animal cell and all the various parts. Now you know some of these parts, but some of them you don't know. All right. So let's start right here. Cytoskeleton. This is the cytoskeleton, and it looks kind of like a skeleton. And what it does is it helps the animal cell maintain its shape. Okay. And man, I want you to do me a favor and scoot over a little bit closer to the hand. If you will, scoot over. All right, very good. And Matt, would you scoot over a little bit closer to Tristan for me?
Yes.
All right, Matt, I mean Ethan, would you scoot over to closer to Tristan?
Yeah.
There. All right, now we want to look right here. So we got the cytoskeleton, and what it does is it maintains the shape of the animal cell. We also have the centrioles, and centrioles are a lot like cytoskeleton, but they're more of a skeleton system. They're more like the skeleton that the animal has. So everybody knows that an animal has a shape. It's an animal's not a blob, right? So inside the animal cell, we have the blobfish, all right, but the blobfish still has the same shape, right? All right. So centrioles are what gives the animal cell its skeletal system. All right, cytoskeleton and centrioles. The next thing we have is chromatin. Chromatin. Now, these are some things that you haven't studied yet. Chromatin has that word in it that sounds like chromosome, Tristan. And so what a chromatin is it is that piece of DNA that's outside, or actually it's inside the nucleus, and it helps develop the chromosomes. So chromatin helps develop chromosomes inside the animal cell. Now, all of these are little bitty tiny organs. What do we call little bitty tiny organs? Organelles. So just like you have body parts, you also have just billions of cells inside of you, and those are animal cells just like this. And so all animal kingdom has the same thing. So the chromatin helps determine what it will be, okay? Inside there is also the nucleus, which is the DNA. Inside the center of the nucleus is the nucleolus. All of this tells that animal cell, do you want to be a giraffe? Do you want to be a zebra?
Camel.
Do you want to be a camel?
Yes,
Oh, day, that's what you say on Wednesdays, yes?
yes, I did.
All right, so, or do you want to be a Caleb? What do you want to be? So if you, do you want to be a Tristan, or what do you want to be?
No.
All right, so nucleus. The next thing we have is lysosomes. Lysosomes right here. And we know what lysosomes do. We've talked about it before. It helps remove waste. Remove waste. So kind of like Lysol, the spray helps get the germs out. Lysosomes helps get all the germs outside of the animal cell. The next stop inside the animal cell is the ER. What does ER stand for?
Endoplasmic
I think it's endoplasmic reticulum. So we have the ER and we have two different kinds of ER. We have the rough ER, which inside the rough ER, you see these little ribosomes that are transported. We transport the ribosomes inside the rough ER. And then we have the smooth ER, and it's right here. And that right there, the smooth ER is what gets all the poisons, all the toxins, and gets rid of it. So they get rid of it here and they store it in the lysosome for disposal outside of the animal cell. So rough and smooth ER. And then after that, we have the Golgi apparatus. All right, does anybody know what the Golgi apparatus does? Who can tell me what the Golgi apparatus does?
It's like Amazon.
Yes, it's a lot like Amazon. That's very good. It receives and ships packages all throughout the body of the animal cell. It's a lot like Amazon. That's very good. So Golgi apparatus. All right, and so we got the rough ER. We got these ribosomes. Ribosomes are proteins. They're proteins in the animal cell. They give it strength. So they give the animal cell strength, they make it strong. And cytoplasm, inside the animal cell is this watery substance called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm for the animal, what it does is it helps movement of everything, because sometimes that water is thick and the water helps move things around. And sometimes the water gets thin and stuff moves, and sometimes it gets thick and it moves back the other way. So have you ever been in the ocean? You ever seen something in the ocean? No. All right, so cytoplasm is like the ocean. Sometimes the ocean is real rocky and you got to move to the left and move to the right. And sometimes it's really calm and you don't move at all. Cytoplasm helps for the movement of it. And then we have the plasma membrane. Inside the animal cell, plasma membrane helps give it its structure. So those are all the parts of the animal cell. When we talk about the plant cell, we're going to have a lot of the same things, but we're going to have a few little things that are different. So let's look at the animal cell. When we look at the animal cell, some of these things are different. We have the chromatin right here, just like he said. We also have something called the vacuoles right here. Look at this vacuole right here. This vacuole stores water. It stores water in the animal. Now inside, and I don't see it, it's just labeled right here. Inside the animal, we have the same water storage, but it's called a vesicle. There's your vesicle, there's your vacuole. So we got the chromatin. We also have the same stuff. We got the mitochondria right here that we talked about. But we also have the nucleoplasm, which is in yellow right here. So, but some extra things that we have that we don't have. Of course, we have the ribosomes. We have the Golgi apparatus. They're all here. But we have two extra things. We have two extra things in a plant that we don't have in an animal. Who can tell me the two things that we have in a plant that we don't have in an animal? Kayla, what's one of them?
Cell wall.
The cell wall. And so that cell wall is right here. There is no cell wall in an animal, but there's that extra layer of protection for the plant called a cell wall. There's one more thing inside a plant. Who else? Not Kayla. She did a great job. Kayla can't do it all now. What else do we have?
Chloroplast.
Very good, Tristan. Chloroplasts. Chloroplasts or something inside the plant that the animal doesn't have, because guess what? The animal can eat something else. It can eat a plant. It can eat another animal. It can eat different things. But a plant doesn't really do that as much. Sure, there's exceptions to the
And
rule.
it's only one of those.
Venus flytrap?
Yeah.
Yes, like a Venus flytrap. There are exceptions to that. That's exactly right.
My fifth grade teacher had one.
Had a Venus flytrap? That's good. We need a Venus flytrap. That would be
They're also
awesome. to have.
I'll be awesome.
Yes, the anteater plant. That's exactly right. Yes. Yes, yes, but it and the animal has sort of what we call a symbiotic relationship. You know, one helps the other, and then the plant eats the animal. So here we go. I want to show you something else. The chloroplast. The reason why the plant has the chloroplast is because most plants don't eat other plants. Most plants don't eat animals, and so they need to be able to eat. And what a chloroplast does is it takes the oxygen from the sun, it takes the nutrients from the sunlight and the oxygen, and it turns it into nutrition. That's how a plant feeds, is through the chloroplast converting the sun energy and the oxygen into nutrition. And that also turns the plant a certain color. What color does it turn the plant?
Green.
Green. All right, very good job. So there is your typical animal cell. There is your typical plant cell. And so inside of a plant, you might have a 4-leaf clover in your hand, and it might have 10,000 of these inside of it. But you can't see it until you get it under a
Are
microscope.
you trying to say that plants sometimes do eat animals?
Well, a Venus flytrap will trap something, right? It will, yeah, it will trap something. That's very good. Now, here's our friends. We got to be on the lookout today. When we pull these microscopes up here and we look at our water sample, we got to be on the lookout for this guy right here. This is Mr. Paramecia, okay? And I want to show you all the parts in the paramecia. First of all, the obvious stuff right here. This is the nucleus. Just like in a plant and an animal, a nucleus inside of paramecia tells it what to be. That's where all the stuff is. Yes, be a paramecia. That's right. All right, then we have the cilia.
It kind of looks like a shoe.
It does look like a shoe. As a matter of fact, they say the paramecia looks like a slipper. It has a slipper shape. That is a very good observation.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it looks like a slipper. So let's look at the cilia. See the cilia? Look right here. I'm going to tell you, what do you think these look like?
They look like little eyelashes.
Eyelashes? Yes, they do. But you know what they really are like?
What?
They're a lot like teeth. They're a lot like teeth. So Mr. Paramecia wants to eat, and this is like teeth, and it helps guide the food into the paramecia mouth. And that's what a paramecia is a lot of. The nucleus, the cilia, and then this contractile vacuole, it does the same thing that the cytoplasm does in the animal. A contractile vacuole contracts. It does like this. It pushes in, pushes out, pushes in, pushes out, contracts. All right, and so what that does is that helps for moving. Move things around, contractile vacuole. And then this is the food vacuole. It's the thing that wants to eat. Paramecia wants to eat. It wants to eat, Ethan. All right, and so the food comes in through the cilia, and it guides it on over to the oral groove, which is a lot like the mouth, and into the mouth pore, which is a lot like putting it in the stomach. And so all of this is how Mr. Paramecia eats. And then whenever it's done, we have this final part called the anal pore, which is where any kind of food that didn't get eaten, and maybe a vacuole that burst and broke down, all the bad stuff goes out the pore. So that's Mr. Paramecia, anal pore. So that's Mr. Paramecia. All right, that's how it disposes of its waste. Okay. All right, and then now the next one we're going to look at So we'll look at this under the microscope. Very important. Everybody get a good look right here.
I was wondering what that was. This was like a bottom of a bit.
Yes, it is a paramecia. All right, the next one we're going to look at real quickly here is the amoeba. Now we see amoeba in pond water. I'm going to pull it up a little bit more so we can see it. Very good. We see amoeba in pond water. We're going to see paramecia in pond water, or like we said, ditch water. Either way. So, all right. So, contractile vacuole. That helps it move. It goes in and out for movement. Nucleus says, I want to be an amoeba, not a paramecia. Cytoplasm. It helps move things inside the amoeba. Food vacuole. It likes to eat. Okay, and then what we have over here is a cell membrane. This outer area, this little exterior right here is the cell membrane. And then the final thing I want to show you is, instead of hands and feet, pseudopod. Come on up here, Ethan. I want you to see the pseudopod. Come here. Come here. I need you to hurry. Hurry. What you got? All right, you can in just a minute. All right. So right here. There's the pseudopod. Come here. So instead of hands and feet, it can't reach out and grab you. It can't kick you. It can't do any of that. It tries to envelop you. So it'll go like that. Instead of hands and feet, it's got a pseudopod. That's what it's in. All right. So that's a pseudopod. So that's all the parts. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to ask y'all some questions. Yes, you can. I want to ask you some questions about this. All right. What's the name of a one-celled organism we find in pond water?
Amoeba or a paramecia.
Amoeba or paramecia. That's good. All right. Kayla, you sit this one out. Let somebody else answer. What two things does a plant cell have that an animal cell doesn't have? Do you know? Go ahead.
Cell wall, cell membrane.
Cell wall, and one more thing, the cell membrane is also in the plant. This is the thing that makes it chloroplast. Very good, Brandon. Cell wall and chloroplast. Very good. All right. What do we call tiny organs? Lauren, can you tell me what tiny organs are? If I walk over there, could you whisper it to me? Tiny organs. All right, yes, organelles. That's very good. Organelles, tiny organs are organelles. Very good job. Something else we got here. Which one of these organelles makes proteins? Anybody tell me which one makes proteins?
Ribosomes.
Ribosomes. That's right. That's exactly right. Looking at these guys right here. Ribosomes make proteins. What does ER stand for? Very good job, both of you. Okay, Tristan, just for you, since I'm hearing a lot out of everybody else, Tristan, here's your question. What does the smooth ER do?
Detoxify.
That's right, it detoxifies. Very good. All right, which one of the ERs transports the ribosomes? Which one is it? Rough. Very good. Which one of these organelles packages up molecules and sends them all through the body?
Golgi apparatus.
Golgi apparatus. Very good. And last question here. Which one of these organelles removes waste? It gets rid of the waste. Let's say it. Lysosomes. Everybody, that's very good. Very good job. All right. So this is a little bit about the plant cell and the animal cell. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to get these microscopes up here and these water samples. Miss Amanda, would you carefully bring those two water samples up here for me, please? All right. Thank you. All right, and then we have the aerators. All right, so
What,
there.
what is the black metal one?
Up underneath the water sample is just some stuff that was in the ditch that helps. All right, now everybody, I want you to look at this. Up under, it's like just some nutrition for it. So the paramecia's got to eat, right? Paramecia's always got to eat. Everybody say paramecia's got to eat. It's got to eat. All right, so we can't just have clear water in here. So that's why it's cloudy, because of all the nutrition that's in it. And so if the water stays still all the time, the paramecia won't live. So what we do is we make bubbles in here, what we call an aerator. And if you see bubbles, when you see the bubbles happen, that means that the paramecia is going to get some oxygen in there. Paramecia needs oxygen too, all right? So there we go. All right, now we're going to aerate that one. And I'm going to bring this one around and I'm going to let everybody have a chance to aerate. All right, will you aerate for me so we can keep the amoeba alive? That's right. Have a seat for me, Big E. Very good. Huh?
What's aerate mean?
Aerate means get air.
Get air.
Very good question, Brandon. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna squeeze this out and we're gonna squeeze it in here and put some oxygen in there. Go ahead for me. Squeeze it in. Love you too. Very good job. You aerated that sample. We are. Here we go. Aerate. Aerate from squeeze it fast. There you go. See the bubbles you made? That causes the paramecia to have oxygen so it can live. Go ahead and aerate for me. Yes. All the way down. All right. Only if paramecia lives, okay? All right. Go ahead and live to the ground. So Tristan, what do we call it whenever we give oxygen to the organism? What do we call that?
Oxygenation.
Aerate. Say aerate. Aerate. It's aerate. Very good. You want to try it for me? Oh, that's very good. I like that. All right, Hannah, you want to give it a shot?
Oh, I got you.
Oh, awesome job. I saw the bubbles. If you're making bubbles, then that means that the paramecia is living, that you're giving it oxygen. Very good. You aerated. All right. You gave it air. You gave it oxygen. Good job. Good job. Very good. All right. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to give everybody a chance to come up here. When I call your name, I want you to come up here and look under this microscope. And we're going to put just a little bitty sample of it. And I want to bring it into lens, bring the lens into focus so we can see.
Is it a big microscope?
Yes, yes, it sure is.
Why are you putting that water in there?
Because if you put the water in there, you look under it, you're supposed to be able to see. Miss Amanda, show Brandon. You're supposed to be able to see this guy right here. Nice. Maybe him. You might see amoeba, but chances are, if you don't see amoeba, you'll see that guy right there. You're looking for the slipper. You're looking for the slipper. Now, the only reason why I'm doing it is I want it to be in focus for whenever you look up underneath it.
Well, when I look into the scope thing, I'm gonna take my glasses off. So
That'll be fine. That'll be good. All right. So come look in here, and the stuff that you see in there that's not clear, it may not be exactly paramecia. I see a lot of these little shapes in here, but you really got to look in here. Caleb, come on and look right here and get you a good look at that one. Oh, and let me get a sample here. Not yet. All right, hold.
We're going.
No, it's not. It's going under the slide.
Yes.
I see it. Nice. All right. Now.
I see it.
Very good. What you're looking at that's not clear is organisms. It's there, and so you may not see the slipper exactly, because we have to magnify it, and I'm gonna show you a different magnification level. Are you looking in there, Ethan? Does it look all clear, or do you see little dots?
I see a line in here.
Okay, that's the arrow telling you to look right there. That's the arrow that says look right here. Can you look in there and see dots, Ethan?
That's even there.
All right, he's in there. All right, now let's see if we can change the magnification level. All right.
I miss. And a clear looking.
Yes.
What's it all clear?
All right, we're gonna change the magnification. Yes, hold on.
Hey, who's that? First sound. Eat the best.
Jesus.
It's probably gonna be some. In there.
Không thể hiểu là
Yes.
Laugh at us.
Sư sinh xíu.
I can see it still. I just don't clear up in there.
Yes, very good. All right, now I want you, Kayla, if you could move back a little bit, go ahead and look again, Ethan, and then Ethan, have a seat for me. And Matt, I want you to walk up, and then Lauren, if you'll walk up where Kayla was. All right. Ethan, you gotta move. Kayla, you can come right here if you like.
Ow! Em boy.
All right, that's enough. Big E, you gotta come on, man.
I see
All right. All right, very good. All right, Matt, Lauren, would you come up? All right, look under there and see, if it's not clear, if we see little dots, that's paramecium.
It's not.
You see dots? Do you see the dots, Lauren? That's a living organism that you're looking at right there. So you tell me what you see, Lauren. Does it look clear? Or does it look like little dots?
A lot of little dots.
A lot of little dots. That is from the water that you got out of the ditch. It has living stuff in it. Very good. All right, Matt, go have a seat. Lauren, have a seat. Yes, that's right. Hannah, I'd like you to come on up here for me. And Tristan, if you'd come on up here with me. Yes. All right, I want you to look right inside here and see if you see dots. Okay, put your eyeball up in there like, there you go. All right, Tristan, and you can take your glasses off like you said. All right, do you see dots? What do you see, Tristan? What do you see, Tristan? How's it looking, Tristan? Hannah, do you see dots?
Yeah.
All right, that's the living organism. That's paramecium.
For me.
Want to talk about it, Tristan?
Here.
Brandon, come on. Yeah, it's a lot of dots. And you don't see the slipper. What we have, if we had it like 500 magnification and we could get it in view, we could probably see it better. So, all right, right there. Noah, come on up here. And I want you, Brandon, it might work better if you'll take your glasses off and sit right here. That way you can get your eyeball really close up there. So right down, right there. Be careful with those glasses. Look inside there.
I'm right here.
And those dots that you're looking at, if you see dots, say yes. Brandon, do you see dots? Okay, are you sure? Do you see it? All right, Noah, do you see the dots? Inside the water sample. Okay. All right, very good. All right, you can have a seat. All right. Now.
That's what I have to do at the doctor's.
Oh, you have to do a lot of this. So this is, all right, what you're doing at the eye doctor is you're looking through a different kind of scope.
Yeah.
This is what we look at to see, make organisms look bigger. We call this a microscope. Do you know what we call the thing that we use to make the planets look bigger? This is a microscope. It makes organisms look bigger. But what makes planets and stars look bigger that we look at? A telescope. Very good. Is that right, Caleb? Telescope. Very good. Very good. Okay.
Yeah, NASA's giant telescope going to whale oil.
Really? Wow. Wow. Yes.
So
What do they use? What do they use?
They use these like big glasses.
Yeah, it's like a certain scope. That's right. Okay, so let's recap really quickly. The plant cell is more complicated than the animal cell. It has the cell wall and the chloroplast. All right. The real simple things are the amoeba and the paramecia. And just like you can see a plant, you can find a three-leaf clover. Just like you can see an animal, you can pet a puppy dog. All right. You can see those, but if you want to see amoeba or paramecia, you have to get a water sample and you have to aerate and keep it alive, and you have to put it under a microscope. So that's what we did today. Okay, fantastic.
You want me to bring these board back or this?
Miss Amanda will take care of those. Thank you very much.
Boy.